Welcome to GAK, I'm Joe.
And I'm Otto.
And today we are looking at the Fender Ed O'Brien Sustainer Stratocaster. The Sustainer Stratocaster is a wonderfully unusual piece of equipment, as you'd expect from a Radiohead signature model. It's in fact the first ever Radiohead signature model anything, which is pretty cool. It's the first guitar ever to not be a Fernandes to feature the Fernandes Sustainer pickup, which is really interesting. The pickup configuration on this guitar is probably the most interesting thing about it. You've got a Fernandes Sustainer in the neck position, you've got a JB Jr in the bridge, and it's a Texas Special in the middle. So like a really broad, really diverse range of pickups. A massive, big, thick V-shaped neck on the Strat as well, which is
pretty comfortable.
Yeah, it's totally comfortable, and not something you expect on like a £1,000 Mexican Fender, which is completely awesome.
So you have the standard 5-position switch, as you see on a normal Strat these days. Whatever position you're in, you turn the Sustainer pickup on, and it automatically just goes to the neck pickup. So wherever you are, if you're on the bridge, switch it on, and you'll only be on the neck. When you're in that position, volume is normal, just for dry. So the tone affects the Sustainer pickup as you'd expect, just takes some of the highs off, which is particularly good if you're in this position, which we'll get into in a bit. The other volume acts as an intensity, so it basically just acts as a volume for the sustained note or harmonic that you're using, so you can get a little bit crazy or kind of dial it back a little bit.
Now, where the Sustainer pickup gets really interesting is with this second switch here, which is like a three-way selector for the Sustainer, which allows you to control either the harmonic, the fundamental, or a blend of both. Now, if you've not seen a Sustainer pickup before, it's very different from a normal pickup because it acts as an EBow, but inside your guitar. So as soon as you play a note, it's going to find the harmonic or the fundamental of that note and keep sustaining it forever, which is great. It means you can play guitar one-handed, but crucially, it's used by Ed O'Brien in the way that Ed O'Brien plays guitar in Radiohead, which is, of course, they're a 3-guitar band, and he's there to build those soundscapes to create all that texture, and that's exactly what the Sustainer pickup allows you to do. Now, crucially, because Ed O'Brien uses his guitar to create textures and soundscapes for Radiohead, we thought, whilst it's a great Stratocaster in its own right, really where it comes alive is being used as a tool with a load of pedals to create soundscapes. So we've grabbed a load of pedals. We'll show you what the Strat sounds like as it is, but we also want to run you through what it can sound like when you drown it in effects and reverb and delays, because having that infinite sustain on every note, it reacts so nicely with, like, especially shimmer reverbs, with octaves, with modulations like chorus and vibrato. So for that reason, we've got a ton of effects. Okay, so before we get into any of this, let's listen to the Stratocaster as it sounds, because it's a great sounding clean guitar in its own right as well. Okay, let's give the Sustainer pickup a listen. Let's first listen to it with the fundamental note sustain. So just give us like a note with the. And let's listen to what it sounds like with the harmonic. crucially, where I think this comes alive is when you use it, especially in conjunction with a bit of shimmer. So let's use the TC Hall of Fame 2 and hear how the fundamental or the harmonic just come alive when used in conjunction. So that was the Fender Ed O'Brien Sustainer Stratocaster, but what did you think? Let us know in the comments below.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos from GAK.